Happy New Year! I'm so glad to be leaving 2020 behind and to kind of like start over. I feel like for me, a new year is usually like a clean slate. I can just start afresh. So yeah, I'm pretty grateful. I'm here today to do something really cool that I saw a friend of mine doing. He's called his channel is called Dr. Okinyi Views, and he also has a blog called Dr. Okinyi Reads. And basically what he did was do a recap of his 1 year in terms of his a recap of his last year in terms of his content creation journey. So what you guys don't know is that my channel turned one. I turned one. Like, this journey is 1 year old. I can't even believe it. It was I turned one in November. It was around the same time of my birthday, and so I guess I got caught up celebrating my birthday. I forgot to shower my channel with love, and so here I am. I just wanted to dedicate this video to my content creation journey. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just pick a couple of highlights and I'll score myself out of 10. I'll give myself a score out of 10, and then at the end I'll see, was all this really worth it, or was this a waste of my time? So here goes. So in the first category is impact versus numbers. Impact versus numbers. So what I had envisioned for my channel by 1 year was 1,000 subscribers, and I surpassed that. So yay! Yeah, I passed my target, but on IG I did not surpass my target. I wanted to be at 10k subscribers by 1 year. I am teetering at 5k. So if you haven't followed me on IG, please go back and subscribe, because what are you doing? Why are you watching my videos and you've not followed me on Instagram? Yeah, so anyway, initially when I started, I was so obsessed with numbers. Like, I would upload a video, then I'm just checking how many people have followed me on Instagram, how many people have followed me, how many people have subscribed on YouTube. Like, it was really a lot. It was really a lot, and it just took some time and a lot of conversations with people, my subscribers, close friends, to kind of open my eyes, because it's really never about those kind of things. In fact, right now impact is everything. I'd rather the people who've subscribed, they're 1k already, that they're engaged, that they like my content, as opposed to just moving from 1k to 2k to 3k to 4 to 5. You know what I mean? So for me, I think I have been, in as much as I've grown in terms of numbers, I have been more impactful. The kind of messages I get, my DMs, I wish I could open my DMs, but you know, confidentiality dictates that I can't. But, and I don't say this to sound proud or anything, but I really touched some people's lives, and that's all that matters. So what I'm going to give myself is a clean 6, and that's because I've not reached. I could do so much more. I could do so much more, both in terms of impact, both in terms of numbers. But I definitely feel I've done better impact-wise than number-wise. Yeah. Then the second thing is quality versus quantity. So of course, the age-old question, is it that you need to put out a video every week? Because that's how I started. I was like, I want to put out a video every single week at a certain day. I think my day used to be Monday, every single week. But of course, number one, life happened. I couldn't always post on Monday. And then I also realized that you have to give people time to consume your content. It's not just a dumping site for you to come and just share everything. And I have nothing against people who put out content every week. But when it comes to, for example, mental health content, I realized it's better for me to do it every fortnight. So I kind of changed to every 2 weeks, because people have to consume the content. The people had a lot of questions. I would end up even now doing follow-up Instagram stories. So I didn't feel like I can put out another video when I'm still answering questions about last week's video. Yeah, I feel like for lifestyle content or fashion, you can do as much as possible. But when when you're talking about something like mental health, you have to give guys time to digest. So of course, for me, quality trumps quantity any day. And but that's not to say you put out a video in 3 months. I think for me, I tried to do twice every month, so I would give myself an average score of 7. I feel like my content was, the quality of my content was really good, and I'm not being proud. I think my quality of my content was really good. I could do better. I could do better with the consistency, definitely, but I'd give myself a clean 7. Moving on, successes. Definitely, hands down, successes will have to be collaborations. I got to collaborate with other content creators like Dr. Okinyi, who I had spoken about earlier. I collaborated with Dr. Rain. I collaborated with Jules. I've done another collaboration, but I haven't put up the video yet. It's going to be really dope. So for me, that was, I think I can give myself, in terms of successes, specifically collaborations, oh, I honestly think I'd give myself a 6. Yeah, I would have wanted to collaborate with more people. And in fact, there are other people who reached out to me that we talked about collaborating, then schedules, COVID, blah, blah, blah. So I could do better. I'll give myself a 6. A different type of success is, so I was grading myself with collaborations with other content creators and then brand collaborations. So when it comes to when it comes to brand collaborations, I got to work with amazing brands last year. Wow. I never thought that at my 1-year mark I'd work with some certain brands that I ended up working with. Highlight was the Blaze Career Fair. Was really awesome. Of course, it was a virtual event. But another brand I really enjoyed working with was my Shabora Circle. These guys called me over to give their office a mental health talk. And that was, oh, it was amazing. And so for brand collaborations, I'll give myself a 7. I'll give myself a 7. And I think I would have done better if it wasn't for COVID, because I remember at the beginning of the year, there are a few brands that had reached out to me, but like after COVID, I got those emails that said, oh, unfortunately because of COVID, we won't be able to. Yeah, so I think I would have done better given the circumstances, but honestly, it's a 7. It's a 7 for me. Moving on, so failures. So failures stroke regrets. For me, I don't think there's any video I've ever done that I felt was an epic fail or like the content was bad. And I'm not like, again, I'm not speaking out of pride, but I've stood behind every single video I've done. I stand behind it even till now. Yeah, I wouldn't say any video I've done I've failed. There are few ways in which I've failed when I'm putting up my content. For example, like editing, I haven't yet perfected the art of like doing transitions and using the right music. So yes, I could learn a bit more when it comes to transitions. The other thing is, yeah, sometimes I'll watch a video later and realize, oh my god, my makeup looked so bad. Like there's one video I did and my eyelash was flying out. It was taking off. Guys, I was going abroad. Like my eyelash was here the whole video. And I just, like, when I was editing, I saw that was happening. But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do this all over again. Like, it takes work. So my OGs, if you know which video I'm talking about, please comment in the comment section below. But on a more serious note, there's one thing I feel like I failed at, and that's my book club. So I tried to start a book club last year. The concept was simple. I read a book, I encourage you guys to read the same book, and then we discuss it on my channel somehow. Honestly, I did one book and I was done. I don't know what it was. I think I hadn't researched it well, how to run a book club. I had also a lot of things. I had so much on my plate. So it just didn't take off. It kind of died. Yeah. So how would I rate myself in terms of my epic fails and in terms of how I've dealt with them? I'd honestly give myself a 5. I think I could have done better, especially with the book club. I should have just figured out, like, how else do I do this? You know, something else I could have done about editing is to take up an editing course on Coursera or something. I feel like I've just stayed the same. From the first video I did, I'm just editing the same way I used to edit. But yeah, in terms of failures and how I've like risen from them, it's a 5 for me. Yeah, so the last comment is on coins, and that the reason I put it last is because when I started my channel, it was never about the money. Like, in fact, I had projected I'll make money like, you know, maybe 2 years or 3 years, you know, like from when I started. And so based on that, the fact that I've made any money at all from my channel is a win. But just to be clear, I'm not yet monetized. My channel is not yet making money on YouTube. You know, people have this assumption that when you start a channel, you start making money from your views immediately. You have to have 1,000 subscribers, which I have, and you have to have, I think, 4,000 watch hours. Like, people have to have watched your videos, the total sum of that, like, to add up to 4,000 hours. I haven't reached that, and I'll get there. It's fine. I'm not in a hurry to be monetized. But I have made some coins from brand collaborations. So actually that's where most of anything has come from. Brand collaborations, top on the list, and then speaking engagements. So the fact that I hadn't even thought I'd be making anything from this channel, then I will give myself a solid 8. And not to say the amount of the coins I've made like is a lot. No, it's just that I never experienced it, and here we are. Lastly, I wanted to just summarize and say talk about what I would do differently. What I would do differently is I would have started sooner. You guys might not know this, but I talked about starting my channel for a long time. I think I started talking about it a year before I actually started. I wish I started before, like, yeah, but anyway, I think everything works out as it should have. And then something I wish somebody would have told me, that's the last thing I want to wrap up and say. Content creation it takes effort, it's work. It's not a walk in the park. Even this video that I'm shooting right now, you might not see this, but behind here there's a whole setup. Like, I've placed the camera where the light is optimum. I've put a ring light. I've shot 2 or 3 takes. I'm going to edit it. Editing is a job. Like, it's a job. So, but that's not to discourage anyone who wants to start this journey. Just know that it's work. Commit time and effort. Have a day to shoot, and the day you're shooting, shoot like 2-3 videos, because like all this effort I've put in cannot just be for one video. You know, shoot a video, maybe take a picture for your Instagram, maybe shoot some videos for your Instagram reel. Like, when you set up, just do several things, because it takes a lot of work. So yeah, in summary, do I regret? Am I happy that I started? Where am I with this whole situation? So I absolutely do not regret starting my content creation journey. I don't regret it one bit. There's never a moment I've thought, man, I wish I never started my channel. Like, never. Never, ever, ever, ever. In this whole 1 year have I ever gotten to that point. My take home is I'll definitely continue. I'm not stopping. This I'm in here for the long ride, but I'm also going to place a lot of emphasis on Instagram, because YouTube is great. Like, I'm not saying YouTube is bad, but it has very little engagement. On Instagram is where I get to engage with you guys more. Like, I get to even be more of myself, because here I feel like I've created a niche for myself, which is fine, which I actually encourage. But on IG I get to be just me. I get to be human. I get to just do my own thing. So I'm going to create those two distinctions with my socials. I rarely use Twitter because I have, this should actually be a whole video. I have my thoughts on Twitter, and the culture there is a bit, yeah, so I don't do much on Twitter. Facebook, honestly, is a bit dead. So I've kind of figured out where to place myself, how to create content in the different spheres. And that for me has been the biggest growth, just figuring out what to do, where and when. So as you've had it, I'm here to stay. Please make a comment and tell me what it's been like for you guys to see and watch my journey. Yeah, just a general comment. I really appreciate the feedback. Once again, Happy New Year. If you're thinking about creating a channel, please start. Don't slow down. Yeah, and I wish you all the best. By the way, if you're creating a channel, I really wish you all the best. And if you need any kind of advice, please DM me. I'm not like a guru or like a big wig, but I'm willing to drop you a few nuggets of wisdom. Thank you for watching this video. It's finally at the end. I know I've talked and talked and talked, but we've reached the end. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe if you've not subscribed, because what are you doing? And also please head over to my Instagram and follow me. My name is Dr_Vundi. Rather, that's my handle. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on my next video. Love and light. Bye.